from the top 16 side of things.
Yeah, there are some new names, new people ready to put up the fight, but for those who are just joining, and a reminder, but if you're getting yourself between the 6th and the 9th, you get an advance into that Swiss, horrible, grueling
for yourself, and it just scales down as we move on down. But looking at the leaderboard, APESQUAD, we talked about it. There's 3 teams today, Hyper, that are in contention realistically for that golden ticket. That is
as 4th place will hold 30 points, 3rd place holds 50. So it very much can be an upset if you're one of the lower teams and you crack the top 4.
But for today, we have our bracket on the screen right now. Game number 1, 777RS, APESQUAD, KZ, and Gunflix. Right, we'll call them GR for the sake of it. And then
answer to that, yes, possibility. Particularly Hannah Lemon being one that is very, very capable of knocking out some of the big dogs. They went...
This is the game. But we're going to waste no time at all. We're going to dive right on into it. Match number 1 for our Cycle 4 Playday of the Top 8 online series for TGM26, the APAC region. Once more, they're going to show us why they're here and how they qualified, because they are the best of the best. We're going to dive on into it. Hyper Banal to kick us off for our final cycle show before we go into the last chance. This is going to be a movie.
APAC best pack, as everyone says. I don't know if I have the honorary title to be APAC at the moment, but I tell you what, we've got an honorary match in front of us. It will be 777RS versus King Zero on our screens. And time again, these two teams have faced off against each other. More recently, it's 777RS, off the rip of these tournaments, have been phenomenal.
They have. They've always qualified first across all the cycles. I believe maybe bar 1, if my off the brain isn't too out of the ordinary. But saying that, Mogusom goes down pretty early here. Sirius will be able to rotate away and get that revive, as Eshe is being chased down pretty hard there by KZ. A very, very aggressive team. They have been for every single cycle. China loves to do it, and here we are seeing them do exactly that. Eshe now down though. Sirius has to rotate before being punished, and ultimately 777RS struggling a little bit. Mogusom does find one with a Shack 50 in hand, and Sirius could maybe try and spray one down here, but he's going to maybe opt to try and deny the revive. Not quite there. 777RS will lose out to KZ.
Gunflix right also dropped to the floor as well. They have been wiped on the other side of the map. But one thing to note, did you see that there was a Shack and a Lewis gun? Did you see that, Proto? Yep. That's because we have nerfed the KS. Another one. So we will be seeing, and hopefully seeing, more of different weapons. But hey, the KS still has some presence. It still has some power, as Gunflix is able to pick one of 000 on that APESQUAD side as the pressure mounts onto them.
APESQUAD locking in some big ones. Unfortunately, not all there, as Latte chooses to maybe go AFK for just a small moment. Has to rotate out to try and keep himself up. 000 is there to support, but ultimately doesn't find himself anything. Gunflix right are giving them a good run for their money right now, but they do still hold on to be here. Now they're 3 strong. Explosive barrel out, some great damage. Has to rotate away. The Lewis gun not too great in those 1v1 scenarios. The mesh shield is keeping him in this fight, as here comes the H-Infuser to help as well. 000's finally rotated. Dome goes out. They're trying to isolate this heavy. He's taken out in the process. Busel does find one with the RPG to lock it out. Gunflix are missing all but one. One shot. 2, make it 3. They're looking to lock it out. APESQUAD, they're going to take their first team fight under their new banner with B in their grasp.
As long as there's no third parties, which the X-ray isn't showing anybody close by, that's cash out confirmed for APESQUAD on the other side. It's battle like hell. King Zero are being pressed by 777RS, and it's been a poke upon a poke upon a poke from what the kill feed is showing, and the fact there's been multiple steal attempts. But it all is laying on Sirius to just create some denials, because Yuchi, once again, being the thorn in the rear end, being the light that we know him to be, a fantastic monster at angles.
He's in a great spot too, but APESQUAD have come over. They want more. They're very hungry and being found as well. Yuchi's punished. Hang on. This could be a double cash out for them. They need something from 777RS to try and deny it here, but no, they've already got it. APESQUAD have managed to steal it before 777 got involved. Mogwasom finds two, but it's too late. 000's got away. The team wipe doesn't go through, and APESQUAD, they're hungry under their new name. This is a pickup of the century. 2 vaults on Cycle 4 Playday 1 to kick things off in your first match. They want to qualify first here to go into the finals.
They could theoretically sacrifice Vault 2 and still be in a very strong position. Having those first cash outs, multiple wipes, steal bonuses, all that money at 24,500. That could be a second place advance. That is the amount of money they have right now. But, of course, they would love to have this done as Eshe in the feed. Oh, what did we just say? The 777RS absolutely obliterating Gunflix while we were pointing out how much money they've got.
Yeah, both teams with their respective vaults will go for a plug now. 777 KZ finally finding themselves some spots on the board. All teams, I will highlight, bar one, running that double heavy light combo today, and it doesn't seem to affect them too much because the heavy still has great utility. Yes, the KS nerf did hurt. Ultimately, a lot of teams have had to swap what they've been using in terms of weaponry, but in terms of utility, heavy is still very strong. You've still got all the shielding, you've got all the protective abilities and denial as well. This is going to be a big fight though. APESQUAD being punished out in the open here with a good side flank from Yuchi, doing some good damage. Huli Rice will find one. Useful to trade with the KS though, still choosing to favor it over a gun like the Lewis. Does find one. 000 hurt. Tries the gateway out, but can't quite make it. APESQUAD will finally falter in their first play day, but here's the third party. Gunflix right, want to come and add some insult to injury. They need something on the board. They're going to walk away with it, but with KZ wipe, they're going to get a free steal here as well.
Yeah, that was brutal. Running the 20-second rule, Gunflix realizing that we could third party from KS, and in doing so, nailing it on the head. Jumping themselves up into that third place position, assuming this cash out is fully completed. While that's gone on, 777RS has had an easy fight. They've had nobody press them onto this second cash out. And with it nearly completed, that's going to be Vault 2 in their favor. 777RS, well, that early start we talked about could come through.
It's also staring at the possibility that they may not get this early start. This might be the first time we don't see 777 qualify in the first round here. Huli Rice is being pressured, will have to force himself away as Gunflix right start to rain down fire, but APESQUAD are coming over as well. They don't necessarily need anything right now. They just want to play for wipes if they can. Yuchi spotted and punished though by Umbone. That's big. Will find one. Huli Rice now being chased as well with a gun on low HP too, and this could be a wipe for KZ, which would put them in pretty dire situations considering they're only on $9,000 here, Hyper, after 4 vaults of play. That's pretty rough. 2 of them going in favor of APESQUAD from the start. So all they need to do now is basically pick who they want to bring through or lock in a single vault, and they should pretty much guarantee their first qualification into that final spot here. Just depends how they want to play it from the final 2 vaults.
Agan taking out Ruse, but I think there's a third team here. Yes, there is. There's 3 teams looking at the same vault, as we could also see 777RS wanting a piece of the pie as the RPG lands, and 777 will have to back away as Mogwasom is the last alive. King Zero, they're hungry. We are in a very large theoretical kill race. 777RS and APESQUAD, they could fight for kills and play off that game. Oh, 1 wipe as well. Yeah, good shout on that. Mr. Maths, my co-commentator.
I can do it. The only caster in the region that can... No, I'm joking.
2 plus 2 is 4, minus 1, that's 3. Quick maths.
Thank you very much there, Mr... I forget his name. What was his name? Anyway, it doesn't matter because everything's going on. 777 find a wipe. They've got something on Gunflix right, finally. They're still in third, though, so ultimately they will not lock themselves in any movements up the leaderboard side of things. Yuchi does sort of thwart 7's plan. They will lose out on that gateway, and now both the heavies are sort of just forced to hang around, probably waiting for a coin. 20 seconds is a long time, but it doesn't necessarily matter. You've got enough time, and 6 still hasn't been opened. Sorry, just got plugged now by APESQUAD, and you've got to also acknowledge the fact that they're playing this pretty much perfectly. Everyone is over here by A right now. They get this plug. Yes, the stagger is huge. 30 seconds plus on that vault. But in the final moments where everybody rotates over, that is where APESQUAD thrive. They did it all through every previous cycle. In those last few moments, they pretty much are undefeated. 777 RS are making a play, but is it going to pay off?
RPG lands, it's a good shot, but no damage comes from it. Too much goo, too much of a mesh shield. And in doing so, Eshe has to back away, and 777 RS, we can start to see that frustration kick in, knowing that they were just a kill race away. And now they've got to commit to this push. They can't make that rotate. They can't change directions and go for a different angle, because guess who's also here? Gunflix also wants a piece of the pie as well. The steel starts going through, but the fire amongst the mix. King Zero doing a fantastic job at holding off. Sirius is going to try and get the heals going through. Steel is successful. It's in its favor. 777 RS, they will steal it at the last second. And the OCE will advance to the next round, guaranteed. APESQUAD,
oh my gosh,
clean as day as the rotation's just too far. What a steal at the last second, Proto.
Sirius was cooking in there as well. That was a bit of shoot house 24/7, but it's a cash out as well from APESQUAD, and that's the new org pickup buff. They're going to lock themselves in the first qualification spot in round number 1. That and there, and then push your way through into the end. When everyone's fighting off on the 1 vault, you just go plug the other on the other side of the map. Thanks very much. You've qualified number 1. You've knocked 777 RS off their